So this is also very simple classification. So let us see first what is a periodic signal and what is a non-periodic signal. So before writing the example, let me explain what is periodic. So what happens, I am drawing a signal like this. So I am drawing a signal. So I don't know which type of signal is this. This is a triangular signal, and the signal is starting from minus infinite and it is continuing up to infinite. Again I am telling, the signal is not stop here. The signal we can give in the dot mark here. So means what happens, the signal is starting from minus infinite and going to infinite with a regular shape. This is the regular shape. The shape will be not changed at any instant of time, right? So now what happens, if we watch the signal, if we look carefully to the signal, what we can find. So I am taking like this. So I am taking, this is my starting position, and this is another position. So now what happens, see 0 to 4, how signals look like. So this is one positive is there, another negative, right? So after 4 again what we can find, one positive component and another negative component. So if we'll see what we can find that, so after 4 units the signal is again repeating. So from minus 4 to 0, which signal is there? From 0 to 4, same signal is present here. From 4 to 8, same signal is present here. We can take any value. Also we can take the 2 to 6, which signal is there? 6 to 10, same signal is there, right? So now what we can find here, so after every 4 units of time, see 0 to 4, after every 4 units of time the signal is repeating, right? So if a signal repeats after a certain interval of time, then we can tell that the signal is a periodic signal. So again I am repeating, what is periodic? So if a signal repeats after some interval of time, then we can tell that the signal is a periodic signal. So and the repetition time, so after how many times the signal repeats? After 4 units of time the signal repeats, and the repetition time is known as the periodicity of the signal or fundamental period of the signal. Again I am telling, periodic means what happens, if a signal repeats after certain interval of time, then the signal is known as the periodic signal, and the repetition time is known as the periodicity of the signal. Similarly, I am drawing a signal like this. So if I draw a signal like this, now see what happens, the shape is changing. Time to time what happens, shape is changing. So in this type of signal we can tell that this is not a periodic signal. So here no repetition time is there. So any signal you can find that if there is no repetition time or the signal does not repeat, means this signal is known as the aperiodic signal. So for a aperiodic signals we cannot find the fundamental period or periodicity. Again I am telling, remember these things. Periodicity we can find for a periodic signal only if a signal is not periodic, that is non-periodic or aperiodic. In those signals we cannot find the periodicity or fundamental time period, right? So let us see the definition. So this is about the periodic and aperiodic. So let us see the definition, the proper definition of the periodic signal. So let us see the definition. So whatever I told, so same thing is there. So what is a periodic and a periodic signal? So the definition is like this, same thing. A signal which has a definite pattern and which repeats itself at a regular interval of time is called as periodic signal. So let us see, same thing whatever I told now. So what is these things? Which has a definite pattern is there. So I told, so it must be have a definite pattern, and which repeats itself at regular interval of time is called as periodic signal. So again I am telling, so a signal having definite pattern and the signal must repeat after some interval of time, then we can tell that the signal is a periodic signal, right? Similarly, which one is a non-periodic signal or a periodic signal? A signal which does not repeat at regular interval of time is a non-periodic signal. So again I am telling, so a signal which does not repeat at regular interval of time is known as the non-periodic signal. So the very simple thing is there, very simple definition, what is periodic, non-periodic. If in the exam it is asked, you can tell that a signal having definite pattern and the signal repeats after certain interval of time is known as the periodic signal. So if the signal does not repeat after certain interval of time, then that is known as the non-periodic signal or a periodic signal. So now see what I have done here. So in this case I have taken like this, x of t plus t equal to x of t. So just observe these things. X of t plus t equal to x of t means what happens? I am taking a signal x of t. So after adding some instant of time, we are getting same signal. Then what happens? We can tell that the signal x of t is a periodic signal. Again I am telling. So x of t plus t is equal to x of t. Then we can tell the signal is a periodic signal. So what is capital T here? Already I told now. So capital T is known as the fundamental time period or periodicity. Also known as the periodicity of the signal, right? So mathematically you can write. So if in the exam it will be asked like this, what is the mathematical expression for the periodic signal? So at the time what you can write, x of t plus t equal to x of t, then the signal x of t is a periodic signal. So now what happens? We have to show the different components of a periodic signal. So in the periodic signal what happens? We will find the different components like fundamental time period, fundamental frequency, fundamental angular frequency, these things, right? So how to find the fundamental time period of the signal? So now what happens? So if the signal is in time domain and x of t plus t equal to x of t, then we can call that this capital T as the fundamental time period or periodicity of the signal. Very simple thing. So already I have told the example here. So I can also write same diagram I can do now. So let I am taking signal like this. This is x of t, right? So I am taking like this 0, 1, 2, 4, minus 1, minus 2. This is time domain. So now see, if anyone will ask you what is the periodicity of the signal, so you can take from any instant. You can take from any instant. Let what happens? You are starting from 0. So now you have to see that after how many instant again same value will be repeated. So now see, this is the positive going, that is wave. So after 0 it will go again, after 2 what happens? Again same thing we are getting. So means we can tell that, so from this to this is known as the periodicity. So what is periodicity? That will be 2. We can write capital T equal to 2. Similarly, anyone can start from anyone. Let you are starting from 1. So from 1 it is downward, again 3 it is downward. So either you can take this thing also periodicity. Anything you can take. So anywhere you can take the position of the signal, the periodicity will be same. Either you can take from minus 2 to 0, or you can take from 0 to 2, or you can take from minus 1 to 1. Same thing you will get. The periodicity of the signal is same always. So what you can write now, see, I can write that x of t equal to, I can write here, x of t plus 2 is equal to x of t. For this signal, I can write x of t plus 2 equal to x of t. Means what happens? After 2 interval of time, the signal is repeating. So this 2 is known as the periodicity. So what you can write? This is the periodicity or fundamental period. Getting? So remember this thing. So if you are getting the fundamental period t, then very easily you can get the fundamental frequency, because we know that frequency and time periods are inversely proportional to each other. Inverse. So we can write f0 equal to 1 by t is known as the fundamental frequency of the signal. So after getting f0, we can very easily get the angular frequency. Everyone you know that omega 0 is the angular frequency equal to 2 pi f0. So only what happens from the signal, we need to get the fundamental time period. After getting the fundamental time period, very easily you can get the fundamental frequency or fundamental angular frequency. So what the relation is there? So relation is like these things. T equal to 1 by f0 is equal to 2 pi by omega 0. So this is a general common expression. So everyone will know these things. So f or t equal to 1 by f0. This time and frequency are the inversely proportional, is equal to 2 pi by omega 0. So this is, so if any signal will be given to you in the exam, any waveform will be given to you, you can very easily get the fundamental time period of the signal by considering or by looking to the signal, right? So we have to see that after how much time the signal is again getting repeat, or after how much time the signal repetition occurring. From that what happens, you can get the periodicity. So after getting the periodicity, you can get the fundamental time period, so fundamental frequency as well as the angular frequency. So now what happens, for one signal it is very easy to get the periodicity, or the signal is periodic or not, very easy. So now what the difference will be there. So if there are two signals will be there and two signals will be getting added, at that time we have to judge, or we have to see that whether the addition of two signal is periodic or not. Means what we can write here, we can write like this. So let I am taking like this, let I am taking expression like this, x of t equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t, right? So what is x1 of t and what is x2 t? So I am writing here x1 of t is a periodic signal. Remember these things. x1 of t is a periodic signal with fundamental time period t1. I have assumed, we have assumed that, so x1 of t is a periodic signal with fundamental time period t1. Similarly, x2 of t is also periodic signal with fundamental time period is equal to t2. So now our question is, so now our aim is that whether x of t is periodic or not, right? So what is our aim here? So what is our motto here? The addition of two periodic signal. This x1 of t is a periodic signal, x2 of t is a periodic signal. We have assumed, we have taken two periodic signals additions. So our now aim, so our calculation is here is that whether x of t is a periodic signal or not. So now remember this thing that the addition of two periodic signals may be periodic, may not be periodic. We cannot tell. So there is some formula is there. There is some theorem is there by which you can test that whether x of t is periodic or not. So remember these things. So the addition of, I can write here, the addition of two periodic signals may or may not periodic. So now what happens? So remember this is very important expression, the line addition of two periodic signals may or may not be periodic. So now what happens? We have to see that whether how to find, so how to tell that the signal x of t is periodic or not. So for that what happens? Very simple thing is there. So what you have to do, remember these things, very important thing. So what I am telling here, so I have assumed that x1 of t is a periodic signal with fundamental time period or periodicity is equal to t1. x2 of t is a periodic signal with the periodicity or fundamental time period is equal to t2. Just what you will do here, you divide t1 by t2, right? So let I'm writing like this, t1 by t2 equal to m by n. Let I'm writing. So now what happens, if the ratio of two periodicity is the ratio of two integers, then the signal x of t is a periodic signal. Remember these things, very important thing. If, again I'm telling, if the ratio of t1 by t2 is the ratio of two integers or it is a rational number, then the signal x of t is a periodic signal, right? So if any expression will be given to you, the addition of two signal and it will be asked that whether signal x of t is periodic or not. What you have to do? So you have to first find out the value of t1, the periodicity of x1 of t, the t2, the periodicity of x2 of t. Then what you have to do? Just divide t1 by t2 and see whether the ratio is coming the ratio of two integers or not. We will solve some problems. Depending upon these things, what happens? We will solve some problems. If the ratio of t1 by t2 is the ratio of two integers, then you can tell that x of t is a periodic signal, right? So if it is a periodic signal, if x of t is a periodic signal, what is the fundamental time period? Very simple thing. The fundamental time period is, we can write the fundamental time period t equal to LCM of t1 t2. Getting? So if the x of t is a periodic signal, so what is the fundamental time period? That is LCM of t1 t2. So remember these things. Again I am repeating. First of all, what happens? What is a x of t? So before going to these things, so we have to define that what is a periodic signal. Periodic signal means if the signal repeats after certain interval of time, then the signal is known as periodic signal. The repetition time is known as the periodicity or fundamental time period. Next is that whether the addition of two periodic signals are periodic or not. So we cannot tell whether it is periodic or not, may or may not be periodic. The addition of two periodic signals may or may not be periodic. So how to judge, how to look? That is, we have to divide t1 by t2. What is t1? t1 is the periodicity of x1, t2 is the periodicity of x2. So if it is ratio of two integers or it is a rational number, then you can tell that the signal x of t is a periodic signal. So if the signal x of t is a periodic signal, how to get the fundamental time period? We can get the fundamental time period by taking the LCM of t1 t2. So after taking the LCM, we can tell that x of t is a periodic signal with periodicity something. What is the LCM will become, right? So this is about the periodic signal. So now what happens? In normally what happens? Two signals are there, which one are always periodic. So there no need to judge the signal whether the signal are periodic or not. These two signals are always periodic. So what are the signals? One is sinusoidal signal, the next one is complex exponential signal. So two signals are always periodic signals. Okay, so already I told you that. So two types of signals are there. So in our study that these two types of signals are like this. So one is your sinusoidal signal, already I told, sinusoidal, and the complex exponential signals, which are always periodic, right? So remember this thing that only the sinusoidal signals and the complex exponential signals are always periodic signals, right? So now what happens? How to find the periodicity of a complex sinusoidal signals or the exponential signals? So as I am telling that these two type of signals are always periodic signals, so we have to find out the periodicity or the fundamental time period of the sinusoidal signals or the complex exponential signal. So how to find out? So this is some derivations is there, very simple derivations, right? So let us see these things. So what we can find, generally the time period of the signal will be here. We already know that 1 by f0 or 2 pi by omega 0. This is for the sinusoidal signals, right? So how to do this thing? So there is small proof is there, very small proof. So what is the proof? So let I am considering here like this. Let x of t equal to a sin omega 0 t plus phi. So what is a here? So you can write a is the, you can write here a is the amplitude, phi is the phase, and omega 0 is the angular frequency, right? So now what happens? I have taken the signal x of t equal to a sin omega 0 t plus phi, and I kept this equation number 1. So now what happens? We know that or we have assumed that x of t is a periodic signal. So what you can write? So due to the periodicity, already I told that x of t plus t is equal to a sin omega 0 t plus t. In place of t I am writing here t plus t. So here also you can write t plus t plus phi. So if I multiply it, it is coming like this: a sin omega 0 t plus phi plus omega 0 t, capital T, right? So let I am taking this is equation number 2. Again, if we have assumed that x of t is a periodic signal. So if x of t is a periodic signal, what you can write as a periodic signal? We can write like this: x of t is equal to x of t plus t. This is the definition of the periodic signal, right? So we have seen in the before some time I have told that x of t equal to x of t plus t. What is capital T? Capital T is known as the periodicity, right? So now what happens? We can tell that x of t equal to x of t plus t means the left hand side of these two equation, equation number 1 and equation number 2, are equal. So if the left hand side is equal, then can I tell that right hand side also equal? Yes, the right hand side must be equal. But in this case, what happens? In the right hand side of equation number 1, I have written like this: a sin omega 0 t plus phi. Here the right hand side is a sin omega 0 t plus phi plus omega 0 t. So these two things are not equal. So we have to make equal. So how can we make equal? So if omega 0 t is equal to 2n pi or 2 pi n, then what happens? The right hand side will be equal. Means what happens? Sine will be repeat after every 2 pi, right? Sine will be repeat after every 2 pi interval. The sine is repetition is occurring. So what you can write? Omega 0 t equal to 2 pi n. So from this you can write t equal to 2 pi by omega 0. And what is n here? N is the smallest value of integer. We can write n is the smallest integer. So now what happens? So from, if any sinusoidal signal will be given to you, any sinusoidal signal will be given to you, from that signal you easily can find the value of capital T or periodicity. How to find? 2 pi n by omega 0. N is nothing but equal to smallest value of the integer. So again I am telling, only two types of signals are there which are always periodic, that is your sinusoidal signal or the complex exponential signal. Similarly, what happens? You can find, you can write. So how the complex exponential signals are periodic? So I have taken here simple thing. I have taken x of t equal to a e to the power j omega 0 t. So I can write also here what is a complex exponential signal. So x of t equal to this is known as the complex exponential signal. X of t equal to a e to the power j omega 0 t, right? So if I have to take that the signal is a periodic signal, then what you can write? So you can write x of t plus t is equal to e to the power j omega 0 t plus t, right? So now what happens? This can be written as can write like this. Yes, a into e to the power j omega 0 t into e to the power j omega 0 capital T, right? So this can be written as what is capital T? Capital T is nothing but equal to 2 pi by omega 0. So I can write 2 pi by omega 0. So omega 0 gets cancelled. This can be written as a into e to the power j omega 0 t into e to the power j 2 pi. Now what is e to the power j 2 pi? We can write like this: e to the power j 2 pi is equal to cos 2 pi plus j sin 2 pi, right? So what is equal to cos 2 pi? Cos 2 pi equal to 1, sin j 2 pi equal to 0. It is coming here 1. So this can be written as your. So now see, x of t, what I have taken? X of t is taken like this: a e to the power j omega 0 t. What is the value is coming? X of t plus t. See, right hand side is same only, a e to the power j omega 0 t. So as x of t equal to x of t plus t, we can tell that the signal is a periodic signal. So which type of signal is this? This is known as the complex exponential signal. So remember these things. How to prove a complex exponential signal is periodic signal? How to prove? So the proof can be done like this. First take the value of x of t, then x of t plus t. After taking t, just replace the capital T by 2 pi by omega 0, so that we will get the same x of t equal to x of t by plus t. So that we can tell that the signal is a periodic signal. So like this, what happens, what we have discussed till now is that what is a periodic signal, whether the addition of two periodic signals is periodic or not. So it is periodic or not, that for that we have to take the ratio between t1 by t2, right? Third thing is that we have to know that in the world only two types of signals are there which are always periodic signals. What are the two signals? The sinusoidal signals and the complex exponential signals. These two signals are always periodic signals. So now what happens, we have to go for some problems to find out how the signals are periodic or not, how to find the fundamental time period of the signals. Some problems we have to do so that the concept will be more clear, right?